Greetings. Good life. Let's read more now from my Benevolent Magic blog. This was originally posted Monday, December 9th of 2005, and it's called The Path. There has been an increasing sense amongst many of you that some great change is impending. Not is coming, but is actually impending, and it's true. There is an urgent feeling of need amongst a great many people on this planet to be loved and accepted and appreciated for being exactly who you are right now, even though you may not be presenting any form of what you might consider perfection to the world. Perfection, you know, is something that is more of a mental concept than a practical reality. It is in our nature to be human beings. It is not, of course, in our nature to be some impractical, unrealistic form of perfection. Keep in mind something that I have found valuable, and that is that some of the most creative people in the world who have left the most wonderful things for us to use, often called geniuses, but they probably would not have called themselves that. As a matter of fact, in their own time they would have considered themselves to be eccentric. Not crazy, eccentric because they were so devoted to some particular form of interest that they thought of themselves as actually being out of balance. And yet, who's to say that that wasn't a perfection of their own? The main gauge that I have found to know whether you are being your perfect self is, are you harming yourself or are you harming others? A wise being once said to me, and others, that is the gauge that is most important. That being used to say that the definition of being self-destructive was harming yourself or harming another, since we are all a portion of the same thing. We are not glued to each other at the hip, but we are part of the same race, the human race, and therefore one of the most important things we must remember is that being our own personality is what contributes to the entirety of the human personality. Practice, if you can, doing things that are benevolent for yourself and benevolent for others. Remember, sometimes people around us want to fall into line with some thought, practice, or philosophy that they feel is good. But think to yourself. You can think for yourself. Is this self-destructive? Am I harming myself? Am I harming others? If so, this may not be part of the practical, realistic, human overall personality. I believe that it is our nature to not be self-destructive. I believe we are taught that either by example or we react that way. And you can tell this just by taking a look at babies. Babies are born curious. They respond well to love, and they naturally provide love as well. They are not, then, born self-destructive. We are all babies that have matured. So if we have any self-destructive habits, we have learned them and we can shed them. Do your best. I'm not expecting perfection. Good life to you all, and good night.